All right, so today we decided to talk on the injury report. I want to talk about Chris Paul. You know, I got on the Suns jersey, although I like to wear the Suns jersey because they're just like the number one team in the league right now. So it ain't wrong for wearing that jersey. But I wanted to talk about Chris Paul and his thumb injury, his right thumb. All right, so it was an avulsion fracture. Carl, you know what an avulsion fracture is?
Tell me, bro.
Avulsion fracture is when a tendon goes under pressure and so much pressure where it rips parts of the bone off. So a fracture is when you crack and break the bone, a crack in the bone. Avulsion fracture is when the tendon tears it and causes it to pull away from its source.
So that's a soft bone that we have on our thumb?
No, I'd say like avulsion fractures could happen anywhere. It's just about the impact of the injury. So that could happen in the elbow, anywhere. But it's just about the impact and the force. And we're going to talk about that force right now. All right, so if you were watching the game or if you go watch the replays, he was making a pass in front of Tate. He was playing the Rockets. He's making a pass in front of Tate. He was following through with the pass, and you will see that his thumb made an impact with Tate's forearm in making that follow through. Super pull back, and as soon as it happened, you can see Chris Paul is grabbing around the base of the knuckle of the thumb, around that base area. Let me say, I did make a note about what the area is called. The metatarsophalangeal joint area. That's look at the palm of your hand, that big knuckle right there. You'll see him grab around there, feel around there. That is that's around the area where this avulsion fracture happened.
I had a couple of them playing ball.
Yeah, probably. You know what I'm saying? Just let heal on his own. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the best medical care. We have tendons on both sides, on the medial and the lateral side. That's the inside and the outside side. And also the ulnar collateral ligament also runs through that area as well. So it's hard to tell what happened at the source of injury, but it's more likely based on the mechanism of injury because it was going for it and he's going through the guy's hand. The medial ligament might have had to tear in it. So they said it's going to be about 6 to 8 weeks. Hopefully that you're going to see them things where he's playing basketball with his left hand. You're going to see situations where he on the court taking free throws with his left hand. But this should not be a serious injury. Chris Paul should be able in 6 to 8 weeks come back very naturally and normally. And unless he hits another impact like that again, this should not be something that Suns fans should worry about. That this injury for Chris Paul would be anything to take him out the playoffs. And notice I said this injury for Chris Paul. But that's like you said. I wanted to touch on that too. That is something that happens a lot. And not to say it's common to have an avulsion fracture, but it's common to have a lot of stress and strain on that area through a lot of motions. You could call it, people call it jamming, but in that situation, it's almost like you overstretching it. You'll see that with football players hitting hands on helmets, because both them coming forward, it get snatched, hit the helmet, hit the hard part of the jersey, similar situations.
So you think that's taking a caution, like so?
No, I think that's a bone tearing away from the source. I think that just got to heal. You come back too early, you could risk making it worse. Not just even more precautionary. It's just like you don't want to make it worse. You want it to heal properly so we can move forward naturally.
So you think you're gonna need a off-season surgery?
I don't think so. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes and see how he heals. It's early in the stage now, but I don't think a situation like that may require it unless you have complications in the healing process.
Gotcha.
And complications could, if you have complications in the healing process, it might require surgery within the 6 to 8 weeks, and he might not come back for the rest of the season. That's a possible too. It's a good question. That is possible to happen, but again, no, it doesn't seem like that's the feeling around the Phoenix Suns camp. So I don't want to say something like that again. Be the first one to say it.
All right.
All right. So that is our injury report. Moving on to our next section.